channel on Sylph.
Oh, right. You just do that.
Competition announcements is probably quicker.
Okay, so we had the Pallet Town Firefly Cup Practice 1. Let's see the teams here. So you're running Vigoroth, Luxray, Wormadam, Toxicroak, Graveler, Fortress. Okay.
Again, just picked it in 13 seconds. Just literally like I started with Vigoroth and then just went with the top potential alternative at each stage. So really no thought put into it at all. But I did want to check out Alolan Graveler and see how that how much play that had. Answer, not too much.
I think it does have more play than you think.
It's tough to come back against the counter users if you get it locked in. Like,
it depends on the counter user, but like technically, like if it's a Heracross or something, like you can almost one-shot it with like a Stone Edge, right? So
yeah, Heracross, but like Heracross is probably the least used counter user of the three.
I think it's the best one, in my opinion.
I actually think that as well. In my next tournament, I am going to try and bring a Heracross.
Yeah, because you actually, it's very close, but you still even beat the Fire Ember users or whatever. Like Pyro or Leo or whatever. You still beat them.
And the
one Pokemon that I was looking at, because of all the fighting types, I was originally looking at Pidgeot. But there's a lot of fighting types that don't take super effective from flying, and Pidgeot takes neutral from like Obstagoon and Vigoroth specifically.
Right.
And they're very common, and Pidgeot doesn't do so great against them. So I've switched my focus to Golbat, actually.
Yeah, that I like that. Golbat was used in one of the...
Because you have a Shadow Ball, so you can... 2 Shadow Balls KO a Alolan Graveler. Whereas, if you have a Pidgeot, you have 0 chance of killing a Alolan Graveler.
How often are you getting to 2 Shadow Balls against an Alolan Graveler?
But if you farm, let's say you farm down like a, I don't know, like a Fortress or something. I don't know, maybe you farm down a Fortress, you come out of there with like 100 energy, you can survive like a couple Volt Switches, get off a couple Shadow Balls, maybe you bait, I don't know, whatever. It gives you some options.
Yeah.
Whereas like Pidgeot just gets completely walled by
you're right.
that thing, right?
Just everything Pidgeot has is double resisted.
Another very popular Pokemon is going to be a Rangaroo.
Oh, okay.
Because that does very well against Toxicroak.
Yep.
And it does pretty well against Vigoroth as well too. Completely walled by Obstagoon is the only problem.
It would be, yeah.
And Obstagoon has Night Slash, and
we don't want to burn too much of our material ahead of our
Okay,
complete breakdown, though.
That's it. We're just chatting here, a couple of fellas just hanging out.
Yeah, just some dudes hanging out, chatting some Sylph.
Oh, I got lots of notifications on my post.
Oh, what post?
I posted on Twitter, like, that I reached Elite.
Ah, nice. Yep.
And I tagged Kevin Solidaris, and I thanked him for his motivational speech at the beginning of the season when I weighted a 4-1 instead of a 7-0. So, yeah.
Yeah, great work, man.
Still only number 7 in Canada, though. What the fuck? Can I please go to Australia?
Yeah, right. So you can take on the easy competition.
I saw someone posted something like, "Oh, number 1 in Australia," and then I saw your name there. You were like 6th or something.
Yeah, which is probably the lowest I've been all season, actually.
You gotta step it up. You gotta stop losing to Mamaclimbs.
Yeah.
She's got your number right now.
I've had just the weirdest month. Like, it's been either I sweep or get swept. Like, there's no in between. Very little in between.
I have a lot of 2-1s. I don't know if that's good. Is that good? I don't know. I'm like the king of the 2-1. It's very hard for me to sweep a match. But I usually can go 2-1. Sometimes I sweep. Very rarely get swept. Although I did get swept in the final round of the BTW. Conky, he clapped me real good.
Oh yeah.
It happens from on
It
occasion,
does.
But
Yeah.
how's your grid score on Sil?
Let's find out. It wouldn't be great because, like I said, it's been sweeps or getting swept. So, it's probably dropped a fair bit.
I'm just curious to see. This is some nice content here.
Look at this Australian internet.
That's okay. Don't kill your computer.
87.
Not bad though.
It could be better.
Mine's only 90, I think. So I don't know how they rate it really, but
It's just, isn't it just the percentage of your matches where you've gotten at least one win?
I guess. I don't know.
G'day, Sly. How goes it this evening?
We are good. We went out for Stuffle Community Day, me and Slyafrit.
Ah, yeah?
And then I met up with someone after and I traded some munchlax and stuff, low friendship level.
Ooh, very nice.
And I actually got a Great League Pangoro now.
Oh, snap.
So it's very hard to get. It was like 135 or something for the IVs. So it's not too bad actually. It's like a rank 700 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll take that.
And then I told Slyfrit that if he deletes any Stuffle, I will murder him. And
why?
I want a Lundo for Open Master League. I need to save dust, right? So we've traded close to 200, and the best I've got is a lucky 96 with 15 attack, so not too bad. But he got the Lundo on the within 15 trades.
Wow.
And I actually got a hundo out of the trades. So far, that wasn't lucky. Which doesn't help me.
So
because I want it to be lucky.
So you think the stuff will Beware will have enough play in Master League to make it worth it?
I think it will be good enough because there's a decent amount of steel and ghosts and dark types as well. It does probably okay against. So I think overall it's probably decent. Obviously Giratina's big time in Master League always, right? And also you have superpower for Zarude and stuff like that. You can hit Dialga with superpowers.
Does it generally beat Dialga?
I think I can double check, but I think it does. You don't want Drain Punch though.
Sure.
Let's see here.
See, I evolved to Beware and deleted the rest of my Stuffle. And now I'm like, I don't want to TM Drain Punch off of my Beware because obviously if I want it back ever.
Why would you do that? That sounds like a very dumb decision.
What?
You
TMing Drain Punch back on?
No, the correct play is to evolve to Beware for each league.
I did. That's exactly what I did.
So then you can TM Beware off one of them, and Drain
TM
Punch,
Drain
and you
Punch
still
off
have another one.
But what if I want one with Drain Punch Superpower and one with Drain Punch Payback?
Well, you can TM Payback.
Yeah,
That's
I guess
not
so.
Legacy.
Yeah.
The only Legacy is Drain Punch, right?
Yeah, so I guess it just means I have to use a TM between Payback, Superpower, and Stomp, depending on what I want. And then the other one I can do what I want
It's
with.
like it's one of those weird things where you only win the one shield against the Alga.
Oh, really? So you lose the zeros and the twos?
Well, the zeros you they don't even need to Draco you. They just Iron Head you, and it does 45%. Superpower does 61%. So you get the back-to-back superpowers. Oh, this is interesting though. You throw the superpower, and then they Iron Head you. So I wonder
if that's holding off on the Iron Head till after your superpower.
It's around this. Yeah, they hold off a little bit, but like, I wonder if you could just like maybe you have a shield, maybe you let an Iron Head go, and then you double superpower, and then you're guaranteed to get a shield out of them, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's not horrible. Like if you're taking shield advantage out of a Dialga matchup, and you can also beat Giratina and some other, like, I think it has play. I think it specifically has more play in factions.
Okay.
Which is where I'm leaning my focus towards, because I want to be able to help out my team if needed in Master League.
In Master, yep.
And so I'm just trying to save up some lucky stuff and just make sure I'm utilizing all my free raid passes just so that I can get the XLs if needed. So.
So Sly, Drain Punch already has very specific use cases. Like I was reading the breakdown by JREC Wolf, and he was talking about, well, if you've got Drain Punch superpower, then like using a Drain Punch will allow you to survive the extra body slam from a Greedent or a Hydro Cannon from or something like listed off a bunch of Pokemon that you get to survive an extra charge move if you've Drain Punched a couple of times. And then,
or you can Drain Punch a Trevenant and then just farm it down.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But it's kind of niche. It doesn't have closing power. Like
you have to,
right?
you have to be very educated on exactly what the defense boost can do for you. To be a good move on its own right, I guess having as much damage as Icy Wind would make it pretty good. Lara confirms.
Yeah, I'm just looking up one thing real quick here too. Yeah, and if you go up against a wild charge close combat Zacian, like some people do run Stomp too on Beware. Not then you actually have a very close matchup with Zacian as well.
Okay.
And you can win that too. So.
Really? That's sorry, which moveset Zacian did you say?
Like a wild charge close combat.
Sure.
Which is not like when I hit Legend last season, I was using wild charge close combat on my moveset.
Hey, Debo,
if it was Boda, what's up, bro? Kush, yeah, Kush, we love Kush. Yeah, if it was like 35 energy, it would definitely be a lot better. But I don't know, maybe that'd be too strong. I have no idea. Niantic, I guess, tries to balance the moves out, but
well,
again,
because Beware has Shadow Claw, it's the exact same timing as Power Up Punch on a counter user. It's 5 moves every time. So yeah. the 5 extra energy only makes a difference if another Pokemon gets Drain Punch that doesn't have the Shadow Claw.
I don't know. Or give it or it'd be better if it had a Body Slam instead of Stomp then.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think Stomp is the same energy or same damage as Body Slam, but like a little bit extra.
It's got the same stats as the Elemental Punches. Stomp.
Yeah, it's not horrible, but it's not good.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
So like if it had like Stab superpower, Stab Body Slam, I think that would be really nice too. But what can you do, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if they make any. I'm curious to see if they make any big changes going into next season, because they said they weren't going to really make any huge splashes this season, right? So.
But also, I'm very wary of power creep, so like I don't mind that Beware isn't like groundbreaking.
No. It doesn't have to be groundbreaking, but it can just be like really good. like you can never beat everything, right?
Yeah, but the more you make stuff that has like very serious implications to a meta, the more impactful each new change has to be. I do not know
Fish,
Griffey.
No Griffey. He doesn't know. He kind of does. I think I've showed Griffey to Fish like once or twice, but not really.
That sounds familiar. It's making me think of King Griffey Jr.
That's what he's named after.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Walrein just completely shifted things. Hey, JD.
Yeah, Walrein is too strong.
Too strong. I think you're using it for...
How many battles do you actually have? Just
so I've got 3 matchups. So,
okay.
Yeah,
3 of the 4?
Yeah, only Lyle screwed things up.
I can go over... Oh, Slyford was there for my matchup too, so he can...
Okay.
He can go over... He can give a play-by-play of how bad I got stomped by that Giratina.
Well, your matchup versus Sticky Valves was the first one of the matchup. So if you wanna take this opportunity now, let me quickly
try to remember
bring up your team.
What he brought. He did not bring the Regirock as far as I can remember. Slyford, if you want to chime in here, that would be greatly appreciated. I remember he had the Giratina in all 3 games, and after the first game, I realized I was in big trouble. I don't know why initially I was worried about the Regirock, but I guess I got blinded by the Regirock, and the Giratina wrecked me. Also, his Skarmory CP was wrong, so I think I should. I think I should
get the auto win.
Yeah, get the auto win. I think they get a 3-0 for sure. I think it was best buddied or something.
So hey, Dawn.
Play a little bit.
Before Dawn. Go check out Before Dawn.
I think
plays a lot of MTG.
Game, I brought Escavalier, Talonflame, Sea King or something like that.
So, wait, did you realize before the battle started how weak you were to Giratina?
No, it wasn't until after the first battle.
Okay, because...
And then I started bringing Snorlax.
Yeah, you've got to bring Snorlax. Really?
It didn't really help. I only have Body Slam Superpower on Snorlax, so...
And is Jira running a Double Dragon moveset?
It's running Shadow Claw, but honestly, like that matchup is really close because they get to those Dragon Claws very quickly.
Right.
And like, if I had like Earthquake or something like that, or anything else, Outrage, it would have been much different. But like we can go to Ultra League.
Even with the Shadow too.
Sim it. Giratina, the Shadow helps a lot. So let's go Ultra League, Snorlax.
It's alright, I got it.
Oh, you got it there? Not running Earthquake, though.
Yeah.
And I'm a Shadow. And
Who
I'm a
runs
very
Earthquake?
highly ranked Shadow.
Alright, mate. We've all got stuff going on.
I'm defensively weighted.
So it looks like it does win the ones.
Yeah, but look at how much health is left on Snorlax after that.
36.
So like if they just like chip you a bit before with like another Pokemon or something, then you're in trouble.
Giratina flips that.
And if they chip you a little bit and then they come in with like a couple Shadow Claws lead, you're fucked basically. Like it's not good. Cuz like what are you going to do? They start throwing a couple Dragon Claws and you're like, I don't want to shield a Dragon Claw.
Yeah.
They're definitely not going to shield a Body Slam. Technically, Superpower does more damage, slightly more damage than Body Slam, but like then you're debuffing yourself. Nitto is also really bad. It's probably better than, I don't know. That's a problem too. Is like my other best Pokemon is probably Sea King, but again I have Poison Jab, and it resists the Poison Jab, so. I think the big problem was he brought Deoxys a lot, and he brought Skarmory a lot, and it really messed with me.
So this sim,
really not good.
With Nidoqueen Jira, this sim is throwing Earth Power straight up.
Great Earth Power.
Yeah.
They come out of there with some energy. little bit of energy and like a third of their health, which is not horrible.
No, the Giratina's coming out of it with 4
That's
energy.
what I said. And like a third of their health, right?
Yeah.
So.
So what if? I mean, surely.
I think at one point,
baiting
I
first.
think I had the Talonflame on it one game, and I threw like a Flame Charge, and they didn't shield. And then I threw like a Brave Bird, and then they shielded, and then I was like, oh fuck, this thing's gonna destroy my life. I think I had an Escavalier in the first game.
Yeah, so
honestly,
Nidoqueen.
usually I use Nidoqueen to bait out the ghost so the Talonflame can sweep in the back.
Okay.
Sort of deal. But I think I might have had a beer or two too. It didn't really help my decision making during this. So I was already in
Just
a
one
poor
beer.
position. Just one. Only one, I swear. And I was already in a poor position, and it only got worse. So. Yeah. And that Talonflame, or the Skarmory was surprisingly annoying. The Skarmory was surprisingly annoying for only being. I wasn't like super worried about it because it was like 2250 or something with the best buddy boost, but it actually was like annoying. And the DD, like, again, is also annoying. Yeah, I believe the first game was Escavalier into Defense Deoxys.
Escav versus DD. Okay, so
and I landed a Mega Horn.
Oh,
and
you did.
It didn't KO. And then he brought in the Skarmory. I brought in the Talonflame. I shielded the Talonflame. He didn't shield the Skarmory. And then there was Giratina in the back, and he just like clapped me. That was game 1. And then game 2, it kind of was a bit more of the same. I was trying to figure out like how am I going to line the Snorlax up on the Giratina, right? So yeah.
And I'm guessing you couldn't?
Didn't really work.
Because okay, so if Sticky Valves used Giratina as their closer, were you expecting that again for the second?
I wasn't really expecting it in any particular order. I was just expecting it there. I think he had it in the back in the second game, and then in the third game he let it. And then that really confused me even more. Because I think I led the Snorlax in game 2, and I believe I led it into a. I don't know what I let it do. Maybe the Skarmory or something? Yeah, I think I had the Nido in the back, and I was trying to bring out the... Yes, that's what it was. I think I led the Snorlax into the Skarmory game 2, and I had the Nido and the Talonflame in the back. So I was going to try to draw out the Giratina, but I couldn't really switch into the Nidoqueen versus my... against the Skarmory. And if I switch into the Talonflame, then I'm not going to be able to kill the Skarmory. So, like, that's kind of what happened,
Yeah.
He 5-headed me there.
Be nice if you could get them locked in against Nido, debuff them, and come back with Snore or Icy Wind. That you would probably require... the Nido to go down though, because then if you just bring in Snorlax and they just switch straight out, like you're giving up your switch advantage there.
You need like 3 Icy Winds to like KO.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Like Icy Wind does not do that much damage.
Wow.
Non-stab Icy Wind coming from an XL Sea King, it's not that threatening.
Yeah, right.
And then the poison jabs are doing like absolutely nothing, right? So by the time you get to 2 Icy Winds, you've already taken like 3 Dragon Claws, and you're getting chipped down. So,
but the Icy Wind debuff, I imagine that would still help. Like Seeking still wins that one against Jiro, doesn't it?
Yeah, but then you have to start going. You have to start going into a shield disadvantage because you have to shield early. It's like the old like Dugong whatever matchup, right? Pidgeot, you always shield like the first move because it's gonna do the most damage. Blah blah blah. But that's not really my playstyle. I don't like shielding early. I prefer to have shield advantage over switch sometimes. Because I like to have like flexible Pokemon. So sometimes shield advantage is it's easier to flip a bad matchup than just RPSing your opponent or having like you know, keeping alignment, as they say. So
All right, so
yeah.
anything else to say about Battle 3?
No, I just gave up.
Just gave up?
I was just like, okay, I think I don't know what I led. Maybe I led the Talonflame or something in that battle, and I think he led the Giratina. And I was just like, okay, like, F my life. I'm just gonna go back to my beers.
And that's all there is to say.
Pretty much.
Your go back to my one beer.
Go back to my one beer. Yeah, I was about half finished when
Non-alcoholic.
So. No, it's alcoholic. This is Ontario,
play along, mate.
You know, Toronto.
Even your non-alcoholic beers have more alcohol than the American ones.
Yes, I don't know about Australia. I can't speak on the. I think Australia has decent beer, from what I know.
I don't know. I haven't had a beer in like 10 years.
Well, if you come to Canada, you know you got to try at least 1 or 2 Canadian beers. So
Maybe I do that.
or like a cocktail, Canadian cocktail for you.
I haven't had a drink in like 10 years.
Okay, well you can have a non-alcoholic Canadian beer.
I can try a Canadian mocktail.
We have you can grab a Shirley Temple. Or
Yeah, I've heard they're great.
So we have you know what we do have here is it's like a Canadian thing. It's called Clamato juice.
Clamato juice. The juice of a Clamato.
So it's a clam juice kind of. It's like clam and tomatoes.
Get out of here.
It's
no way.
So in the States they have something called like a Bloody Mary. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
So here we have I think it's called I don't know what it's called actually. Maybe, but it uses Clamato juice. So instead of tomato juice, they have like a clam tomato mixture sort of thing. Yeah, Caesar. Thank you, Cypher. It's called a Caesar, and it's like people seem to like it. I don't really enjoy it, but you can just drink the Clamato juice by itself. You don't need to have it with alcohol. So, and some people do that as well.
That sounds gross.
I don't know. They sell it at the stores, so it can't be that bad.
It can.
I think it just tastes like tomato, like a slightly more flavorful tomato juice. You know, it's probably healthy. Put some hair on your chest or something.
Yeah. I'd probably just rather drink tomato juice.
You know Mott's? You know the company Mott's?
No.
They make like apple juice.
No.
Australians, eh?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll school you. We'll school you. Don't worry. Anyways, yeah, that was so that was basically it. I was expecting the Regirock. He never brought the Regirock, and he just brought the Giratina.
Okay, so what's our next battle then? Our next battle / first battle, we've got Who's Your Data versus JW.
I do not know who wins this one. But I did just battle Hoosier, and I know he's running some interesting movesets. And I probably would have lost the second game if I hadn't been doing these recaps with you. Because I shielded something that I knew was coming.
Okay. I don't know why it's...
Hi, Angry Bunny Man.
No, it's not the ring.
This is Ultra League Draft. You like the ring?
He should do. The ring's amazing.
It's okay. I don't know. I didn't do so well in it the one time, and then now Hissy and Ryan's in charge of it, so maybe I'll get invited back at some point.
Not this month, unfortunately, because we've already found our 5 competitors. Actually, so they are...
Hissy and Ryan. Check.
Yeah, of course. Yep. Tick that one off.
The defending champion, the king of the world.
No, where is it? Yeah, here we go. Final Flash is Australian. Frost Benny.
Oh, Ross Penny. Hello, I know him.
who appeared in the April episode and lost against Ryan, I think. JW, who's appearing, I believe, second month in a row, and Conky.
Honky too. Wow, star-studded.
And Dark
How
Wraith.
come these people can? How come Dark Wraith too? Why do these people get 2 months in a row? I think you should be exempt. You shouldn't be allowed to re-roll in the very next month after, to give other people a chance.
And them's the breaks.
BS.
That's how it comes up.
Whatever.
You get more chances of participating if you're a patron. You get an extra spot on the wheel. Like, we've got some people who have been spun up like 6 times out of 6 episodes. It's ridiculous. Or like 5 times, whatever.
Okay, I'm looking at these teams real quick here just to see what we got going on here.
Love his thinking face.
I'm just thinking, I'm looking at JW's team. I like to look at it one team at a time. My camera's being nice and blurry.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna zoom that in a bit.
Sylveon is life. Oh, JDDY is different than JW, right?
Yeah.
It's a different person.
Different
Okay.
people.
I think he should bring the Umbreon. Quite a lot. I think the Umbreon has very solid matchups here. Especially knowing what I know now about some of the movesets he's running on certain Pokemon. He should definitely bring the Umbreon. The only Pokemon I'm scared of is Machamp.
If I'm JW.
Yeah, because Gallade, like, I guess you have to shield the close combat, but it's not that bad of a matchup. And everything else is pretty neutral, except for Gengar, which is pretty positive for Umbreon, even if they have Focus Blast. Like, you can live a Focus Blast, so...
I like the Tox on JW's side. As long as it avoids the Gengar. Oh, sorry, as long as it avoids the Gallade. Yeah, the Gengar, it actually has a fair bit of play against.
I don't know. Like, Gengar outpaces it, and it double resists or triple resists counter. So
but it can't take a Mud Bomb. So, like, you can tank one Shadow Punch.
Yeah, but if you tank one, they'll just shield and farm you down. So I don't.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Like, shields down, sure, maybe, but actually, depending with the moveset that he's running, it might be better for Toxicroak. But yeah, I think Umbreon is probably key, and then you can probably surround it with like the Sylveon and maybe the Toxicroak or maybe the Trevenant, something like that. I think those are the 4 Mons that I would consider bringing. I wouldn't bring the Bomb Snow and the Magnezone just because I would be relying too heavily on the Umbreon already. That I would be worried about being too weak to Machamp or Gallade, possibly. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking it would have been fun if the drafting channel had been public, because like seeing something like JD getting an Umbreon and then a Sylveon, that would have that would have been fun to watch in real time as that was happening.
Well, we don't know the order they drafted them in, but
yeah, of course. Like, yeah, like, imagine if he was like number 1.
I think I hit the first overall pick.
That's right, you did.
Because my the Pokemon that I selected for remember it was like
it beat all the others.
100 or something.
Yeah,
it's like the most busted Pokemon. It's Dragalge. That thing beats everything. So people slept on that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people brought like picked like counter users or something.
Or like grass types.
Or grass types, yeah.
Like, yum. Love a grass type.
Alright. Let me set up Le Battles.
So for Hoosier, I think like Gallade is very big for him, and Snorlax as well, as sort of like an answer to Trevenant, and does pretty well against Sylveon. And then probably as a third, he might want to consider bringing like Walrein or something like that, or maybe Gengar.
All right, let's find out.
So this is from Who's Your Daddy's
Yes,
perspective.
it is.
Okay, let's see here.
Let's see.
GG's to all. Let's see.
GLHF.
I always say that to people.
Yeah, I've started to say it a bit.
It's just a good sportsmanship.
Ooh.
Okay, we're into the battles. And this line makes complete sense. And makes sense that JW leads the Umbreon.
All right, so and the close combat like just takes it into the yellow. I'm gonna say
I think it would do probably like 60%.
60. Yeah,
Yeah, it would take it just over half.
I'm actually surprised the foul play didn't take Galate into the yellow. Ooh, going for the bait. I don't mind
Kind of
that.
a risky bait, but
Risky, but yeah. Oh wow, great leave.
yeah, if it was me, I probably would have just built right up to the close combat, thrown it, and then dipped into Snorlax.
Snorlax, is that the best move?
Yep, because if they have Toxicroak in the back, now you just lose.
Hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
And Snorlax at least
Walrein
has
has a lot more play there.
superpower, right?
But how much does the superpower do, really?
You can get off a couple of them. Like, you're not exactly worried about taking a foul play on a non-shadow Snorlax, right? Like, but again, like I said, when you're leading, when you have an ABB team like this, you have to be really careful with your lead Pokemon, especially if you don't see a fighter in the lead. Because if they have the fighter in the back, then you just get
Then you're
run
in
over.
a lot of trouble, yeah. Although we're still, the fact that they haven't switched out the Umbreon suggests to me that they don't have their fighter.
Or that they have something else weak to
yeah.
Walrein in the back.
I mean, we still haven't seen either of the two back Pokemon, so surely they wouldn't have two Pokemon weak to Walrein.
No, but they've already won Switch, right? So
Yeah.
if they might think like, I can just let the Umbreon go down, and then I can bring in my Toxicroak, counter this thing down, and then if they want to switch out, they have a, I don't know, whatever the hell, Gengar or something. I don't know. I forget what he had. Throw now. There's a Toxicroak.
Oh, there's a Tox! Far out! I didn't believe you, Lyle.
You get a shield here. You have to switch immediately.
Oh, no!
Holy frig! Get wrecked, bro. Oh, there's a Charmer.
Oh, who wins this in the ones?
I'm not sure. Let's see. He has to time his moves well. Which he did there. He took a couple counters, which might flip the matchup here. Snorlax will be able to get the 3 body slams.
Crazy no shield.
I think Sylveon should be okay here. It's in this matchup is better if you are a Shadow Snorlax, because you KO with like 2 body slams basically with elect damage.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get to another body slam.
If the thing is, though, even if he hadn't taken the counter damage, no.
Ooh.
He's got a side shot, though, right? So,
yeah.
And that's tough back line. But again, I think you probably lose that game anyways, just because of alignment. He kind of got a little RPS there, because you bait out the Toxicroak, let's say, with the Snorlax.
Yeah.
And then you have the, I don't know, then you just have a Charmer left, which can charm through your Gallade if you want, but
Yeah, interesting that so like once the Gallade was gone, that Toxicroak was feeling pretty darn safe. Like the as we discussed, the Gengar's the only other kind of issue. But
Yeah, maybe he was worried about the Gengar in the back.
yeah, so
which
that
is why he
must be it.
Again, he didn't bring a hard answer to like a Charmer.
Hmm.
But I know that his Gengar isn't that great against Sylveon based on his moveset.
Alright, let's see if this works. It does. Excellent. Alright, so leading the Snorlax into Sylveon. So we saw this play out.
Fine.
And we saw that Snorlax just wins this if it's on full health.
Yeah, I think you should be able to win it on full health. You need to get to 4 body slams.
I don't know if that's the game or me. Looks like me. Yeah. Are you still there? It froze for a second.
Yep.
Okay, we good.
No, it wasn't. You weren't frozen. I think the video froze.
Oh, I thought your camera was frozen a bit.
Oh
as
god,
well.
see that? He just got the lag. That was in the game. Did you see how much that body
No.
slam did?
No.
It did like hardly any damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Sylveon might take this out again. And what was that backline?
So this is like kind of ground. I saw a Machamp. This is kind of grounds for a rematch almost. Let's see how this goes.
Well, I'm gonna guess that there was. I mean, I didn't hear anything about a rematch, so what I'm gonna do is make this a tad smaller, so we can
So
make
let's choose
this
your wins
bigger.
this battle then. Oh, he knows shields, really? Okay. So Snorlax takes switch. Oh my god. And very interesting lineup because now he's very weak to... Sir? Both people making very interesting plays here. But I like storing up some energy on the Machamp so that you can deal with the... Oh, he got a last resort too. That's nice. Yeah, I think you just overfarm with the Walrein here. Always have 2 moves stored, and throw when you get to the second one.
Actually, here's what
Because
I'm
you
gonna do.
know JD's just waiting for the switch clock, right?
Yes.
And since you did build up the energy, your switch clocks will be slightly desynced. Okay, throws it a little early. It's a little risky. You want to make sure you have the move when they come back in. Definitely have to let this go. Okay, switch climbers up. Okay, bank the... Oh no. I think the play there was to bank the Icicle Spear and switch back into Machamp. Gets a shield. Interesting.
And Tox is loving this.
I think you have to let this go. You have to call a Mud Bomb here. This is not horrible.
For the Machamp.
I'm not sure how it goes with the regular Machamp. You have a lot of energy, and Toxicroak is quite squishy. These cross chops are going to start adding up. And he's almost at 2 more
Add
cross
2
chops
more, yeah.
here. This is not the worst. I know for the Shadow Machamp, you can win this matchup. I'm not quite certain with the regular Machamp, but I believe he's almost in Rock Slide range, but he goes for the cross chop.
Well, Cross Chop's still got the higher DPE, doesn't it?
I believe Rock Slide does.
Really?
But, since he called... Oh, this is going to be tough. Yeah, I think he needed to go for the Rock Slide there, because now he's just going to get countered down. I believe Rock Slide does more damage.
Oh, brutal. So I think Hoosier's got to be
I think he
bringing
would've won
like
the game.
double Tox counter.
I think number one, I think he should have disputed that game because that body slam did
Yeah,
absolutely no
right.
damage, and that forced
And
him to
that
shield,
actually made a difference.
and that made a big difference. And number two, he should have stored the icicle spear on Walren and switched out back out when the switch counter continued. And number three, he should have gone for the rock slide because he didn't get the 2 cross chops, and rock slide does more damage. And I think it might have honestly KO'd the Toxicroak.
Yeah,
and
right.
He might have been able to win. So, couple things he could have done differently there, but he basically brought 3 things weak to Toxicroak, which is very tough to handle. So,
War Rain on Tox, yeah, yeah, I can see that. Like, War Rain's got enough play against it, even if you don't land an Earthquake.
He played that matchup, like I said, he played that matchup very well with the Machamp into Toxicroak. But he just needed to, like, at the very end, let's see, Machamp, Toxicroak. Rock Slide does 26%, Cross Chop does 21%. So it does an extra almost 10 damage. So if you remember the health that the Toxicroak had at the end of the battle, if he had a Rock Slid there, which was only a couple, like 2 extra counters, he definitely would have been able to KO the Toxicroak. So I think he did play it well. Just a little lapse of judgment there on going for the Cross Chop again.
Yeah, and I probably would have done the same thing. Not probably, definitely would have done the same thing, because this is the first I've heard. Well, I knew that Rock Slide does more damage, but I thought 2 Cross Chops was still better than 1 Rock Slide.
Well, 2 Cross Chops is, because Cross Chop's 35 energy. They're basically the same DPE. It's 1.02 to 1. So it's really pretty much the same.
Against a Tox, where they're both resisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Rock Slide used to be much better, right? But they nerfed it, so...
Yeah. So, with how that played out, could they have fired 2 Cross Chops and then a Rock Slide?
I think when he threw the final Cross Chop, he was only 2 away from the Rock Slide, right?
Yeah, so could have gone...
I still don't know if he wins because the Umbreon had energy, but he might have been able to get to an Icicle Spear before he got snarled down. I'm not sure. It would have been really close.
Alright. Battle 3. Battle 3! And here's the Gengar. Sylveon, this is good for Gengar. And the Gallade as well.
Okay.
Oh, it's running Focus Blast. That's not the best. Shadow Ball Focus Blast, though. This is... I think that is smart not to throw the move there, because surely
you need to kill the Sylveon later.
And plus they're good enough to know that if you're staying and throwing a move, then, like, it's not going to be a ghost move.
Or you're just so smart. Honestly, I think he should have thrown a move because now he's given the Umbreon so much energy that he's gonna need to shield to try to win Switch here, and because he doesn't want to lose Switch.
And Gallade needs to burn those shields for it to be able to do anything.
But you don't want the Gallade lined up on the Sylveon, which
on the
really
Umbreon
bad.
I'm talking about. So, like, if the War Rain goes down, you've got to choose between bringing in Gengar or Gallade.
So he probably has something in the back. I would probably just come in and Focus Blast it. But see here, if he throws the... Oh, okay, that's really good then.
That's good, yeah.
That is insanely good that he gave up Switch there, because he would have easily been able to outbulk.
And so you just play this one down? Like you play it to
I would have probably just
Faint?
stored the energy. I would have probably stored 2 Icicle Spears and switched back in, but that...
I agree. That's what I would have done.
Because now he's going to have to shield the Psyshock.
And probably farm down.
Unless he wants to come in with Gallade and pray it's a side shock and no shield this.
Which I don't mind that. I would probably not shield here myself. Perfect.
Nice play, and the confusion kills. That's a 5-head play. I like it, and you have lots of energy here.
How much does
So
the Umbreon
now-
have now, though?
Okay, you shield this. You close combat. Okay, I would have shielded this. You close combat, and if they shield, you immediately swap and focus blast.
But then you're shieldless. I don't mind the no shield myself. Too bad that they threw this close combat, because that's
It's fine.
Oh wow! I did not expect it to do that much. Oh, that is insane.
I think you should have farmed down, but you got to switch. But oh god.
Yeah, had to switch there.
Okay, he has to bait.
Oh, this unlikely to get a shield. I feel. Oh, got it. Oh, they're gonna get there.
Can he get there?
Oh,
Can
he's
he
got
get
he's
there?
got the shield.
I don't. Yeah, but Umbreon is so spammy.
It's either
Blast is
3 or
such
4
a
to get
high
to the next
energy
one.
boost. I think he overfarmed.
Did he? No, there we go.
Okay. Woo! Had me worried.
Wow. Okay, so now they know that it's
That was the
a.
third battle.
Oh, that was the third battle. So now it doesn't matter that they know. I'm gonna rewind that. The no shield here, I thought was a great move.
I didn't like it.
So
I think
basically,
it's better to have health on Gallade. You shield this, you close combat, and then you immediately swap and focus blast if they shield the close combat. If they don't shield the close combat, then you can still swap, and you get the you outpace the 2 shadow balls against whatever in the back.
you can do that whether you shield or not, because Gallade obviously survives the power play, so it can close combat. Like, forgetting that they switched out and caught the close combat on the Tox, like you can close combat the Umbreon, either force that shield or take out the Umbreon. And then you've got the Gengar in the back loaded with energy and still with a shield in hand.
Skin a cat, I guess.
Mm.
I thought it would have been safer to just shield that just in case, depending what they had. But I didn't want the Gallade to get too low.
Yeah.
Also think he probably should have switched to Gengar after close combating the
rather than
Toxicroak.
giving
he could
the
have shadow clawed it down.
Yeah.
And then he still would have had a little bit of health on Gallade later if he needed to try to get to Elite Blade or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
Didn't matter. He won that game. Very well played by Huza.
Alright, now I've got to fix up this screen. Perfect.
Okay.
Did that joke again. Gets funnier every time.
What joke where you cover me?
Yeah. Isn't that a great joke?
Fine, just cover my face. I don't care.
Actually, I'm not sure how to...
Yeah, if you cover me, if you turn on my camera, then I can take my shirt off, so it's fine. Fine with
Finally, an excuse. This is the next one we've got. Next one is Matthew Breaker and Bandman Clayton.
Okay, Bandman was tough for me. I don't think I battled Matthew yet, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. How many more rounds do we have left in this thing? It's like taking forever. I told the people, like, hey, like, I know we have a week, but like, don't be an idiot, you know? Like, get your shit done. And
Sort your
record
shit
it.
out. Yeah, record it, guys.
So I said, get it done.
What kind of delinquent
Record that
doesn't record
friggin'
their
stuff.
battles?
Yeah.
I guess we're just gonna have to put it like that. Maybe.
That's fine. Yeah, whatever. We're not looking at very, very long. Matthew has like the Super XL team.
See what we'll do. We'll crop it like this so we can actually have it down the bottom there to refer to during the battles.
Yeah, that's good. I think let's see here. I'd say from Matthew's side, probably Altaria looks pretty safe. There doesn't appear to be anything that really.
Also, love Breaker's team. We've mentioned it before. Just like all the XLs in the world.
No shame. He has no shame.
No shame at
He is
abusing
the
the
Ultra League
XL.
specialist on his factions team, and he needs to bring the XLs.
Let's see. So, what did you say?
Yeah, I really like the Altaria from Matthew's
The
side.
Altaria.
The only thing you would kind of be worried about is the Como, which you're also dealing super effective damage towards.
I was gonna say.
Like, they do have Dragon Claw, but you also have Sky Attack, which is also super effective. So it's kind of like a wash of a matchup. And I'm assuming Altaria is bulkier than Como, so it probably can take the Dragon Tails. Although Dragon Tail is a better move now than Dragon Breath. It does more damage, so I would be curious to see how that matchup plays out. But I think it's the safest one that he has for sure, in my opinion.
How do you like Jellison on Breaker's side?
I would just be worried about the Pidgeot, depending what moveset he's running.
And Drapion, I guess. But yeah, Drapion gets
fine,
walled by a lot.
Pidgeot scares the shit out of me because if you're only running Bulba Beam, that thing can just like farm you down. Like Shadow Ball still does a decent amount of damage to Drapion, but like Pidgeot can just come out of there with 100 energy.
And Clayton has probably a lot less reason to use Drapion with like the Stun Fisk on the team and the Red Steel, I guess.
And if I remember correctly, I think Matthew's Mandibuzz is running Air Slash, which also looks pretty good here too.
Yeah, okay.
He might run with a double flyer strat, which is what he's been running with. Probably like a Registeel double flyer or something.
JD reckons Como Drapion is the play.
I do like Drapion. I'm thinking he's gonna bring the Drapion. He's probably gonna bring the Swampert and maybe the Como as well. It seems to have pretty good matchups. Again, the Mandibuzz, if it's running Air Slash, will do pretty well against the Como. But I guess they'll have to feel that out in the first battle and see what's going on. But I do like the Swampert. I like the Drapion. I don't expect to make Meganium, so I think the Swampert's pretty safe if it's running Earthquake. Even Hydro Cannons do quite a bit of damage to Altaria from a Shadow Swampert. So.
All right, let's check it out.
Let's see here. Okay, Heracross, Swampert, and Ho-Oh look like. He does like the Ho-Oh, is the one thing I've learned.
Yeah,
from
we've seen him use that a lot.
He
Great against the
Registeel.
Registeel. I mean, well, no, actually not the best against the Registeel if it's running Zap Cannon.
Pretty poor lead.
Yeah. Well, I like the tapping
really
motion.
Switch out of this. He's basically triple weak to
Altaria. Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting considering our analysis that we gave.
It's like they didn't listen at all.
Yes. You can tank a Sky Attack. You build up a little bit extra energy. And he should be able to get the 2 Brave Birds here. I believe he will be able to survive the Dragon Breath damage for 5 turns.
I doubt it.
Okay. Or he switches out into this thing.
Which I don't mind. You have to use the shield. Have to use the shield. Come on, use the shield.
Sky Attack one
Shield
shots.
it. Come on. There we go. Far out.
Okay, one shot. You can probably counter down from here if they stay in and you double shield. Okay. I think Megahorn does more damage, but let's see here.
As in more TPE? Because it would definitely do more raw damage.
I think it's better. Probably than Rock Blast. Rock Blast is bad. Okay, Matthew throws. You cannot shield this.
Rock Blast probably has the same stats as the Elemental Punches too, to be honest.
So
Many could have farmed down there.
I think you gotta come in and throw another Brave Bird and try to get a shield. Okay, he throws the Brave Bird right away. Maybe Swampert with a shield can like do something. Matthew might let this go too. Goes for the mud shot down.
Oh, it's risky. Did they try and tap the Hydro Cannon? No, they would have won CMP there, wouldn't they?
You have to let this go. You can't shield. It's just an aerial ace. Might be the Registeel in the back. This might not be over here.
Yeah.
If he shields this,
wow.
Oh God, Matthew. He does have 2 shields, I guess. You know what? Just double shield through this. I think you can
as
just
a
double shield. No, I mean as the Altaria. You can just double shield, probably almost farm this thing all the way down.
Oh, I mean,
like the Dragon Breath damage, by the time he gets to another Hydro Cannon, is going to put it so low. Even if it is...
He's still got the Mana Buzz too.
With like, what, 1 HP?
Yeah. It's a 3rd shield.
Oh,
it's G-Fist.
Okay. You're
easier
fine.
to catch. Perfect. But
Matthew.
How much does an Earthquake do?
Matthew. Earthquake will one-shot this thing.
No, really? Oh, tried to catch themselves.
I think so, man. Shadow Swamper does not mess around. I think Matthew really messed up.
Yeah, you called it. Far out. I thought it was tankier than that.
It probably survives an EQ from a regular Swamper. But,
yeah, okay.
A Shadow, maybe just, but I don't know, with the Mud Shot. Like, from full health, it might have lived it, but with the Mud Shot damage... Okay, so he's... I cannot believe Matthew... Okay, so I thought he had the Registeel in the back. If he had the G-Fist in the back, he definitely shouldn't have double shielded the Altaria.
Right.
If you just double shield the G-Fist, you can easily win that.
I like how Clayton is running the Incinerate user and the Gust user. Just loves those long, drawn-out fast moves.
No, he doesn't shield the first one.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'm going for the Feather Dance.
I never shield from Pidgeot. It's like a... I don't know, I refuse to shield Pidgeot. And
yeah, that makes sense. I think people overuse the Feather Dance on the first one.
Interesting.
Wait, what move is that?
This is Dragon Tail.
Uh-huh.
But very interesting that he's switching the Como-O with the... With this... what do you call it?
With Swampert in the back.
But maybe he thought... Matthew, please Earthquake it. Stop throwing rock slides.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so double close combat coming. Maybe he thought that Swampert would have more play against the Mana Buzz.
It might be Mana Buzz double steal.
Just blind close combat.
This probably won't KO the Mana Buzz from where it was at because it only took a Feather Dance, right? He shields. Right. Interesting. Honestly, pretty sure he has the Registeel in the back. That sounds like a line Matthew
ABB Steel?
Yeah, he's trying to draw out like the counter user, like the Heracross.
And maybe that's another reason why Clayton went with the Como to counter it.
Could be, but I think Como's just as fine against Registeel too.
Yeah, sure.
I think... Yeah, like, it's much better with the Registeel. Well, actually, the Registeel against the Swampert's not horrible, but... Okay, you just let everything go here. Hopefully you get to another move.
Hey, MC.
Do not shield this, Matthew. You don't need to shield this. Hopefully. Oh, but if you die to here, oh, this is bad now.
Oh, the Altaria. So no Reggie. So running ABA Flyer again, wasn't it? It was Mandy in the lead, wasn't it?
So you know you. This is not a sludge wave. It cannot be a sludge wave.
Now this is rough, even though Clayton's got the 2 shields.
You know he's gonna feather dance. This is gonna be really tricky. Does the feather dance slow
Make
down
the
the dragon
difference.
breath
Yeah.
again? Big call there by him.
Oh no! Don't sky attack.
Does 1 damage. Honestly, I think
Yeah, but it
he's
gives
gonna lose this.
It gives 3 turns. That was more 3
bad.
turns of damage, yeah. And they're not going to get to a 3rd sky attack.
Honestly, I think he should have shielded the.
Another
The
feather
feather
dance.
Oh god. So he
That-
shields this one.
Throwing the
he-
charge moves there might have made the difference.
Can he farm down and get to a move versus Swampert? Oh,
Wow.
lag.
Was
I don't
that
think it
lag?
mattered. What do you mean? Was that lag?
I didn't see.
He got like a gust in, and Matthew wasn't even moving.
I was watching the Pidgeot. I wasn't watching the Altaria.
I don't know. That's why. Personally, if it was me, then if I knew there was a Pidgeot in the lead, after I took that first Hydro Cannon from the Swampert, I would have thrown like 1 or 2 more air slashes. If it wasn't a steel type in the back, and I would have immediately swapped out to Altaria, because I am deathly afraid of having 1 friggin' Pokemon left versus one of these like debuffer things. Last thing you want is to have 1 Pokemon left and a Pidgeot or a friggin' Bulb or Jellicent or or a Nidoqueen or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they just keep debuffing you or debuffing you, and there's nothing you can do. So that is my lesson to Matthew. When you know they have a Pidgeot, you cannot let the Mandibuzz go down there. Could have easily been avoided by just trying to swap out. You didn't have to take both.
Yeah.
I assumed that he had a steal based on how he was playing, but
Hey, Sticky Valves.
oh, great lead for Matthew here. And he's staying in. Even better. Oh god, this Pidgeot is just wrecking him.
Yeah. So I'm assuming this has got to be Ice Beam, right? Like you wouldn't stay in and Bubble Beam. That's not doing anything for you. Also, I didn't say hi to you, Ryan. G'day.
Goes for the hey Ryan, what's up? Oh, Sticky Valves is in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yell at Sticky Valves. He also didn't record the battle.
Yeah, but I forgive him. Lyle's a different matter. Also, why did they switch out there?
He threw the Brave Bird.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind because obviously the
Matthew
hexes are
shielded
doing
it.
nothing. I wouldn't mind
he had
staying
a
in
decent
and
amount
just
of
shielding the
energy.
next one.
This is not horrible either. Now that you know they don't have Bubble Beam, you can just shield. You can just guarantee shield, and you get off a Dragon Claw here.
You see,
You probably live this.
yeah. But this is probably why I would have just stayed in with Pidgeot.
You
'Cause
would have
now,
had to shield with Pidgeot anyways, right?
yeah, but he has to shield with the
And the
Como
fact
as
that
well.
Matthew was staying, but the fact that Matthew was staying in tells him that he might want the Pidgeot in the back, right?
Yeah, fair.
So he might have the Meganium in the back, because he's seen the Swampert how many times now,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Good call.
Something like that. So if the Meganium's in the back, he's dicked on. Even the... Yeah, guaranteed it's the Meganium.
And that extra energy is beautiful for Como right now.
Bandman Clayton is just a one-man stomping Tom or whatever, Just
A what now?
Like a stomping Tom.
Oh, what a catch. So sacrificing the Pidgeot now.
Don't agree with this play. Definitely not what you would call a high level. And the
It is G-Fisk. I mean, so obviously what we've established here is Clayton Reed's team's better than Lyle.
what I've established here is that people make very interesting decisions.
Oh no, is Matthew gonna go for the farm down? No.
If you have an Altaria and a Jephus in the back, I'm sorry, I would not be staying in with my Jellicent against a Pidgeot. Okay, so
I mean, it's been debuffed. Double debuff.
Honestly, just throw like 2 Rock Slides and hope your Switch clocks up. Okay, Earthquake doesn't have.
Good move.
You live a Hydro Cannon. Easy tank this. Easy tank.
But I also don't mind throwing the Hydro instead of the Earthquake here, because, wow, it KOs. There you go.
And get wrecked, Matthew.
Yeah, so staying in with the Jellicent was probably set up the whole kind of battle.
Yeah, because Jellicent did pretty well against his back 2 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Matthew just made some very interesting decisions there. He had some decent teams for Bandman, but he just kind of played them funnily. Because like I think he should have won the second battle as long as he didn't let the Mandibuzz die, which he did. Because by that point you could have easily switched out, and then then you have that point you have 2 Sky Attacks on the whatever, right? So anyways, but yeah, definitely interesting battles. I think Bandman seems to have a bit of a strategy, and when he played me, he did sort of the same thing. He brought the Swampert quite a bit, and he also brought the Pidgeot and the Ho-Oh, and sometimes the Heracross. So doesn't like the Drapion apparently.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much from him at all in 4 rounds.
Which is interesting because it definitely has some play.
All right, so let me bring up the final battle, which is.
It's fine, Sticky Valves. I'm happy that the tapes are forever lost. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So I think we got Ryan's battles next against who was it? Dark Ice? Yeah, Dark Ice 17.
So he is bringing the Galarian, or wait, no, what is it? Unovan Darmanitan? I don't even know where it's from.
The
Unova?
fire one is Unova, I'm pretty sure.
Come on, camera. Stop doing this to me.
There we go. Okay, so Ryan running the Swampert, Shadow Champ, Alolan Mark, Unovan, Darmanitan, thank you for the follow, Old Wise Man, Shadow Lugia, and Shadow Walrein, so loving the shadows. And then we got Dark Ice with the Alolan Ninetales, the Obstagoon, the Cresselia, the Samurott, which we liked in the previous rounds, the Lapras and the Steelix.
She said she didn't have it built though, or something.
Did she? I don't remember that.
She posted something in the chat this week about she was watching the week 1. Here, what did she say? She said, I finally managed to work out how to watch the battles.
Oh, that's
Watching
good.
round 1, and the reason I didn't use Samurott, it was a single move Steelix not fully powered up, is because I had spent too much Stardust on Sylph, and I didn't have time to power up the Samurott and double move the Steelix before we had to submit the team. So I had to send it as it was.
Yeah, that's coming back to me.
And then you said, shoot, I don't remember the battle. And then she said, trust me, you're happier that way. And I said, yes, you are right. Because that was not great.
So,
now you're remembering?
Way to reveal to future
sweep?
opponents. Yep. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Escavalier just went off, and she didn't have that Pokemon because it wasn't powered up apparently, which I didn't. How am I supposed to know?
And that's a shame because like the Samurott, I think has some decent play against Ryan's team.
Chelsea has a Mamaclimbs thing going on where she perennially doesn't have any dust to do with things with. So. But
Where
right
does
now,
it all go?
I actually have 0 Stardust basically right now. I have 5,000 Stardust.
5,000. Wow. I just got back past 1.5 mil.
That was because I oh, there's Mamaclimbs. That was because I built a couple things for regionals this week. I finally built my rank 1 Metacham for Great League. So that cost me like almost 500,000 Stardust. And I was been powering up a Lickitung, which is getting closer to level 50. And I just built for this new cup, the new Sylph Cup. I didn't have a good Golbat for Great League. So I powered up. I had a rank 1 in my storage. So you never feel bad about powering up a rank 1, right?
No, never.
And then
well, I do feel bad if I do that and then like there's an event where it has an exclusive move and I'm like, well, now I got an elite TM it.
But I would elite TM a rank 1 at least. You don't feel so bad about that. And then I also built I think I'm pretty much done. And the last thing I needed to build was a Shadow Drapion, because I never built a Shadow Drapion. I've been using a regular Drapion this whole time. And actually Shadow is much better, apparently, in this cup than regular, so...
Sorry, which cup? The...
Firefly.
5, yep.
So, I'm pretty much done for now. I just wanted to power up a couple things like that, and then I finally got it done today. And let's see how it goes. Like I said, I wanted to... I'm doing some practice battles right now for regionals, so which is why I did power up the Metacham, because it's on one of the teams I'm using for practicing.
Where are you doing your practice battles? Because I need to get onto some of them.
I've been doing them in the PTW Discord. I've also been doing some in the 6-4 the Dojo Discord. You know?
Okay.
You know the 6-4 Ninja?
I know of them, yeah.
So he has a Discord in there. There's some like decent, like the one person I've been battling is Eastside Pastor. Do you know them?
I know of them. They're a streamer, aren't they?
They're pretty good. They are a streamer and a pastor, and they are going to be going to one of the Milwaukee or something regionals. I'm not sure. And so we've been just doing some practice battles. They have an interesting team, but yeah, I've been trying a couple different teams out. I was testing a team with Pelipper after what Inadequance did in the thing. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, Pelipper's not that bad.
In just Open Great League?
In the show 6.
Yeah, in Show... Yeah, cool.
It definitely is not as... It's a little more technical to use than, like, let's say, like an XL Pokemon, because it doesn't have quite that bulk.
The bulk.
But it does have some nice matchups. Like,
so what are you targeting?
You do well against like G-Fisk.
Yeah.
Trevenant you do okay against. Sableye you do okay against. Walrein you can beat if in like the Zero Shields, if you land a Hurricane, you beat it. Azu you can beat again with the Hurricane.
Okay.
It's definitely...
I'm surprised about Azu, to be honest.
It's an interesting Pokemon. Like, the thing about the Show 6 format is a lot of the things that you really don't want to see. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be running an electric Pokemon, really. Like, who's going to be bringing what? Like, Ampharos to the Show 6? Like, what other electric Pokemon are there? Like,
the Zapcan and Registeel's the biggest one.
Right, you lose to Registeel. That's it. Like, you definitely lose to Registeel.
Yeah.
But a lot of Pokemon lose to Registeel, so...
Yeah.
Like, Lickitung, I think, was very underutilized at the last regionals as well.
Okay.
Because of all the Trevenant, Walrein, Metacham, and I think, and even Azu as well. Lickitung does really well there. Because even against Metacham, like, it's not that good for Metacham.
Because
You're
it's
both
dealing with super effective damage, yeah.
And they really have to land a Psychic. Most people won't be running Pop at the tournament level because you won't be able to TM between rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to want more of a coverage-based moveset than a specific moveset, right?
Mm.
If you're running Pop, you kind of leave yourself in a bit of trouble in certain other movesets, like maybe against a Trevenant or a DD or something like that, right? So
Logan Rocket, when we did that stream, he was saying that his preferred moveset is Pup Ice Punch for this meta.
okay, if he says so, but there's quite a lot of Walrein.
Liverpool champion.
Okay.
Yeah, but
there's
yeah,
quite
no,
a lot of Walrein,
yeah.
and let me just tell you that Pup does not do much damage. So
Doesn't it?
It's
Are you sure?
Much better, in my opinion, it's much better to just throw a Psychic. Plus, in the mirror match, Psychic is much better, right? Obviously, like,
yeah.
Pop is kind of like a baiting type move, right? You want to build with the Psychic, then you throw a Pop, and they shield it. Then you land, like, an Ice Punch, and they're like, holy shit, that Ice Punch did a lot of damage because they've been popped, or something, you know? Like, I don't know. Depends on the playstyle that you want.
I also, just before it gets too lost in the chat, Sticky Valves had a question, which was, I was wondering, what is your folks' process in deciding which Pokemon to bring into each set of battles? Do you run sims? Do you pick a nice pair that would seem to be effective, etc.?
Pick, like, your Pokemon?
For any pick 6 format. Ryan points out, like, lower down the... Yeah, go on.
Like when you're picking your team, or when you're trying to pick when you see your opponent's team? Which was it?
Which Pokemon to bring in each set of battles. So I assume you've already got your 6, and you're comparing, like, we're at this stage now between Ryan and Dark Ice. How are we deciding, what each...
The way I usually do is, well, you can't really... And the thing that I've been practicing, too, is I haven't been simming things. Because you can't sim... You're not going to be like, hold on, let me pull out my phone.
Yeah.
Let me plug all these teams in the PV Poke, right? Like, you have to... They give you a piece of paper, you have to look at it. So what I do is I look at their team, or I look at my team, and I see, like, what's really good against their team. And so let's say I'm looking at Dark Ice's team here. Okay? So A9, Charm A9 does pretty well. Like, it beats Machamp, it beats Lugia, it beats Walrein. It would probably beat Swampert, or at least do pretty well against Swampert. If Muck's running, so in my opinion, they would need to be either running Poison Jab on Muck to beat up Charm A9, or they would have to bring the Darmanitan, right? So right there, from my side, I'm thinking, like, the Lapras is looking pretty good. The Samurot's looking pretty good. The Obstagoon is possibly looking good, because I'm expecting them to have to bring, like, maybe Muck or Darmanitan as a possible counter to my strongest Pokemon against them. So what do I need to bring that can help me beat their most likely Pokemon that they're going to bring against me? It's kind of like a 5-head sort of thing, but that's kind of how you have to look at it, in my opinion.
So you're basically just drawing from your learned knowledge of each of the matchups and working out, like, which Pokemon have the most number of positive matchups, essentially.
Right, and here Ryan's saying Snarl is the way, which I know he's running Snarl. So he's probably going to bring Swampert and Darmanitan. I'm not sure if she's running Powder Snow, but again, and these are all adjustments you can make after the first battle, depending on what information you get. Maybe after the first battle, you say, oh, the Ninetales is running Powder Snow. In that case, Machamp is looking much stronger, because Machamp beats Steelix, Lapras, Obstagoon. It will beat the Ninetales then if it's Powder Snow. It will probably put in work against the Samurott. It really only loses to Cresselia. So then, as you see in Ryan, I'm expecting them to bring Cresselia. So I would probably bring Alolan Muck and maybe, like, Lugia or Walrein or something. Maybe maybe Muck and Walt Lugia to counter the Cresselia. So stuff like that. It's kind of a back and forth, and you just have to make adjustments based on the more information you learn about the battles. So,
and Valves also asked what simming is. It's short for simulations. So when you go onto PV Poke, you simulate a battle between two Pokemon to work out, who gets that win.
You can enter all 6 in, right?
You can do that too, yeah.
Teams of 6, like 6v6, and see like, okay, this Pokemon beats like 5-6 of their Pokemon or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. But, and in sanctioned ranked Sylph battles, you're not allowed to sim your opponent's team or simulate your opponent's team. But in a situation like this, most people do it. I don't. I make sure I don't. I'm a rule follower, as I've said in the past, but most people do.
I used to do it, but again, like I said, I stopped doing it, and not because I didn't find it helpful, but because I just wanted to work on my understanding of the matchups, and I wanted to play the matchup more like what Logan Rocket was saying. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
There's quite a bug here. I just gotta smack this.
I want to see Lyle just chasing this thing around to see him like on and off the screen, like with a fly swatter. Look for good cores that match well against your enemy's team. Yeah, exactly. So let's see if we can find I will often when I'm analyzing my opponent's team think, okay, so this Pokemon beats these 3 and this Pokemon beats the 3 that this first Pokemon doesn't beat. So those two kind of work well as a core. The problem with cores is that often when you're looking at, so like this Pokemon beats half of the team or half of the meta, and this Pokemon beats the other half of the team or the meta. Often that relies on aligning your Pokemon right. So I actually used this example probably on stream during the week, where like the Swampert Skarmory core was kind of the first famous core, because Swampert is weak to grass, which Skarmory covers extremely well, and Skarmory is weak to electric and fire, which Swampert covers extremely well. Which is great, because between them you're covering pretty much all of the meta, but it heavily relies on you lining up the Pokemon exactly where you need them. If you can't line the Swampert up against the electric or fire, then you're screwed. And same with if you can't line the Skarmory up onto the grass, you're also screwed. So you can also think of cores as not typing based, but just safety based, where you've got things like Metacham, which like it's weak to it loses to flyers, but it's got weapons to be able to overcome those matchups. Vigoroth with the power of Body Slam can like overcome matchups against fighters if you give it like an energy lead or have shield advantage and something like that. So that I would call that like those are safety based Pokemon.
Not anymore. Trevenant exists.
Of course. I mean, every Pokemon has a hard wall, except Walrein.
Lickitung.
I mean, yeah.
Walrein's wall is coming. It's called Arachnid or whatever.
Arachnid.
It's a water bug type.
Sure.
It resists It resists ice and ground.
Can you imagine if that like becomes super meta because literally that's its only use is walling Walrein?
It's supposed to be pretty good, so I think it can beat Azir too.
Oh, snap.
Well, maybe depending on the moveset, but I just had do you know what a house centipede is?
A house centipede. I know what a centipede is.
It's like these are white. This is a very bulky bug, Mamaclimbs. These house centipedes. You are right.
That's what I was thinking too.
And
it takes a lot of hits.
It's kind of like big long guy.
It doesn't die.
Really
it KOs.
It's white and they move really friggin' fast.
Really?
And I just saw someone I saw one running against my wall, and it's actually one of my least favorite bugs. But luckily, we were streaming, so I stayed very calm, and I dealt with it. But usually, I would be freaking out.
What a man, Lyle.
Thank you so much.
I actually did come. Look, I'm always pretty quick to tell people like, no, we don't have animals all over the place trying to kill us here. Like I live in the city. Like maybe go out into the bushland and you might. But however, I did come home last night, and in the carport I look up, and on the ceiling was a spider about yay long.
Mm-hmm.
So like almost as long as my face. That's the story. I just left it there.
And was it like poisonous?
Nah, usually the bigger they are, the less poisonous they are.
Yeah, those sons of bitches. When they're small, that's when they get you, right?
Yeah, it's the small ones you got to worry about.
Yeah, so that's my story. I really don't like bugs. Not a fan of bugs. But, you know, I have to deal with them sometimes, so.
After all that, finally getting into the Dark Ice Yui and Ryan matchup.
I apologize for the delay, and let's
That's
jump
okay.
into the battles.
You had a centipede to take care of.
Dark Ice. And she has been having a bit of a rough go here in this Ultra League draft. So let's see if she can turn it around here.
Oh, we got sound on this one.
Thank you, Hisu and Ryan, for giving me the nightmares for the rest of
Yeah.
the
Ah.
Okay.
Also, this is a pretty neutral matchup, isn't it? I think Obstagoon wins this in the ones. No.
I'm not sure. I'll just assume it's good for Obsidian if...
Don't share the pick in Discord, Ryan.
I'm pretty sure Obstagoon wins this if they get the boost. Ryan is about to get banned from the Pallet Town Discord. Thank you so much for your contributions. See, now they get the boost.
No,
now
boy.
I would assume they win it.
Okay, so... And that's fair, because that surely forces the switch out to neutralize the boost.
Okay, Chelsea, please transfer that counter. Please transfer that counter. Oh, God.
No. Is transferring still a thing? I don't think I've been able to transfer lately.
I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
And it is powder snow, so, I mean, a rock slide will do a shit ton of damage.
Plus, it's 2384 CP. I don't know if she's powered it up since then, but she does shield. I believe the Machamp can still survive a ice. I was gonna say icicle spear, but it's a weather ball.
Weather ball. Will the not fully powered up Ninetales survive a rock slide from a Shadow Champ?
I'm gonna say no.
So will I.
Shield this.
Oh, double shielding here. So now both players are out of shields. And Cresselia, perfect. Can take a rock slide just fine. Is it going to throw a move, or are you going to go for the Psycho Cut farm down?
If I was me, I would go for the Psycho Cut down.
You'll probably have to wear another rock slide. Actually, Ryan is switching out now. Oh, no, not Ryan. Yeah, Ryan is switching out. And the Cress is in Dark Pulse range.
Honestly, I wonder how much energy the
Machamp?
Get off your Moonblast here. Get off the Moonblast. Stop over farming. No. Crest will definitely survive this Dark Pulse.
No.
Bro, it's a
No.
Cresselia. Come on.
Oh, you jerk.
Easy tank. Come on. Don't even do that to my boy Cresselia. Okay, so oh no, she grass knocked.
Oh, rip
That's not the
on a
play.
stick. Oh, now the big old snarl down.
She just loses.
Because this isn't gonna.
believe
Oh, I
we
did.
survive a weather ball.
Yeah, she didn't have enough for a dazzling gleam, did she?
Why Ryan didn't throw the move? He knew what Pokemon she had left. This definitely one shots. There was quite a few interesting plays here. Definitely, if she had gone for the double Moonblast and then swapped immediately to snipe with the Weather Ball, it could have been a different game. But yes, maybe she was trying to get to another grass knot. I'm not sure. The reasoning there, but yeah, I was expecting the Ninetales.
Ryan forgets which side moves are on.
It's not like you were switching in. You literally just threw a Dark Pulse like 30 seconds before. How could you forget? It's on the other side.
Sometimes it's hard, Lyle.
If it's at the end of the game, I get it. Oh, I'm gonna switch in and throw the move. Sometimes we forget, but Ryan definitely needs to jump into the members coaching section, and I can coach him up on how to remember which side.
On what side is left and what side is right. Lesson 1 of PvP. I played a few fairies.
What are you foul playing with? The Umbreon? Well, it's easy to remember what size the Legacy moves on because it's always on the left.
Ooh, Darmanitan. Now, so it takes 15 turns to get to a flame charge. Only 40. Only 12 turns to get to a surf. But it only takes 10 turns to get to the second flame charge. Oh no, we're talking Rock Slide. You need to throw Rock Slide against this thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have flame charge. It has overheat.
Oh, that's right.
But Rock Slide is definitely better. I will say though that she didn't time her moves the greatest, which allowed Ryan to get out there. This is a very interesting decision.
Okay, so with all this energy, surely the Swampet's got this one.
So I think, well, depending, I guess if she has the reason she would switch out there is if she has the A9 in the back. But anyways, I probably would have brought the A9 into this thing, or at least chip this with the surf before switching out.
Why?
Because now you're going to lose switch. Definitely some interesting play. Gets the Night Slash.
See, this is unfortunate because you've got to throw the Hydro straight away. And it like seems
That's
such a
fine.
shame to throw a whole Hydro Cannon when it's in the red already.
You're a Rangaroo? Well, that's your fault. Also, there shouldn't be any fairies in, the crest again. Okay. Who switched out then? Ryan switched out. Why would you not bring the crest? Oh my god.
Immediately in.
Oh god. I'm getting sick. I actually feel sick. You literally just rock, paper, scissors Ryan in this battle. You had the water type on the fire type, the grass type essentially on the water type, and then the dark type with counter on the dark type with Snarl.
So obviously
and
the Darmanitan has to be super careful of the surf from the Lapras. So do you maybe throw one Dark Pulse and then try and incinerate down?
Honestly, at this point, I don't even know. Like, I just feel sick.
Take it easy.
I just, like, I don't know.
Perfect. Bring in the Darmanitan. Bring in Darmanitan.
Because
Darmanitan now.
Honestly, I think you don't even need to. You have a lot of energy. I just think, like, she didn't switch right away, right? She was thinking about it. So I'm still not sure. Yeah.
So you can get this second shield from her.
Yeah. Ryan, I prefer Gunk Shot. It's like way cooler than Sludge Wave, but okay, now you just you can stay in.
Yeah, so I would have double Dark Pulsed actually.
No,
I mean, not that it matters too much.
Okay, Orby Shields.
How much energy did the Darmanitan have?
Darmanitan was not quite out of Rock Slide, if I remember correctly. I think it might be one Incinerate away.
Yeah, this is probably good for Ryan.
She might be close to another Surf. If she's one away from another Surf, she wins, I think.
If she's two, she loses. Go on the overheat.
She was two.
Just a BM.
I don't know if I don't know if a Surf would have KO'd from that range. Surely it could live a Surf from 75% health. From
Let's find out.
In Ultra League.
So the way the window is cropped, probably won't come up. But I think,
yeah, she definitely just misplayed the swap. Other than that, she's probably pretty fine in that battle. That's just very unfortunate.
So Surf does 66.4%. So it might have survived. You're right.
Probably would have lived it. Very unfortunate. Well played to Ryan. He'll figure it out next time for sure. Grass is a very hard answer to Swampert because Grass Knot doesn't actually one-shot, but you can farm up like a crap ton of energy.
Grass Knot doesn't one-shot the Swampert in Ultra?
Not in Ultra League.
Yeah, wow.
It does like 95% or something like that.
So low enough to quite easily Psycho Cut.
Yeah, you Psycho Cut.
Yeah.
It down after. Just like in Great League, technically a Seed Bomb doesn't one-shot a Swampert in Great League from Trevenant.
Just the Shadow Claws that it's taken beforehand.
Yeah, it leaves it very low. It does like 95%.
Alright. So we got the Machamp into Lapras.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah, and Lugia and Muck in the back.
Here comes the Cresselia, makes sense. Ryan should be switching. And he switches into the wrong Pokemon.
Oh no.
Still okay?
Do you also forget what up and down is?
And he looks like he's running extra sensory here.
Oh no. Ryan
is why aren't you running Dragon Tail?
Hey Athena.
Hey Athena, how's it going? GG's earlier. Yes. Well, you definitely number one. You want
I would say you haven't used Lugia yet.
Dragon Tail. Okay, number one. Number two, you have a dark Pokemon and they have a psychic Pokemon. So usually, extrasensory is not more fun. It's actually worse. Holy shit! They don't shield the Aeroblast.
Hey, worse doesn't mean less fun.
Okay, we're gonna be shielding now. Okay, now you keep Grass Knotting, right? Okay, now she's Moonblasting. That's fine.
See, this is more fun.
This is some fun. That's for sure. That's one thing they call it. Okay, she doesn't want to take. Okay, wants to go for the farm down.
She's not getting a farm down.
She can shield once, farm it down, come out with like a bunch of surfs.
Looks like that is exactly her plan.
She could have even lived that too, but fine. Okay. Okay. Surf, and then we shield and we Skull Bash this thing. We get the shield. Okay, no, double surf. Double surf. Okay.
We'll go on the rock slide. Do you agree with this?
I guess we'll find out. Okay, no, I don't agree with that.
Way to be results oriented.
Okay, please don't tell me I have the... Please, so she definitely has the...
Oh, Ice Beam.
Okay, so no Skull Bash. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, she's... So that Machamp's on pretty low HP.
You just need to come out of this with a move.
Yeah.
Or Rodrigo does a lot. Okay, we Night Slash here, right? We definitely Night Slash.
Yeah,
Farm
I guess.
Down. Worst case.
Well, yeah, Ryan's one away from the Sludge Wave.
That's fine. Honestly, I would prefer her to KO me, and then I would Ice Shard down. I don't want to get the Machamp to farm. Hopefully, I get to a surf now.
Yeah, nicely done.
I did throw I did throw an ice beam.
Oh, didn't quite make it. But you're right. That
Yeah.
seems like it was the play.
She just didn't quite manage her energy properly there. I don't think there was any reason to ice beam the
Muck.
The muck. I think you just
surf.
If you want to build up a little bit extra energy, you chip it with surf, and then you just sack the obstagoon.
Yeah.
Do as much damage as possible, and then close the game with Lapras. But that's okay. We live and we learn. I definitely made some mistakes too when I'm battling, so that's how we learn from making mistakes. So, but the key is to learn from them. If we don't learn from our mistakes, then they're not mistakes. It's just how we play. So just keep that in mind.
Thank you, Confucius. All right, so with
it's like we don't switch after landing a superpower when they tried to snipe our Malamar with a what do you call it? As Zwilix.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't let the Malamar die. We switch out for some psycho friggin' reason and farm down with our Walrein, even though we know that there's a Blaziken in the back, just so that we're switch locked and the Blaziken can farm us down and get the 2 Blaze Kicks against our 1 shielded Beedrill, right? That's definitely how we play that matchup.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Like, I feel like you're referencing something.
I'm just reliving a nightmare. That's all.
I would get behind that. I would pay some monies for that.
Motivational book? I smoke weed every day. Is that good motivation? I have no idea. That'll get you where you need to go.
And a picture of Lyle grinning on the front cover with that, just leaning forward in such a way that it's just all scalp.
Yeah. No hair.
Just a gleam.
That's how you know I'm
do you ever
smart.
use scalp wax?
Hair, right? No. Just pure,
yeah,
it's shine.
Just shine, just naturally shiny.
It's because the light is like right here, so it's like, you know, maybe reflecting off me. I have no idea.
All right, so
let's see. This is a round robin, right? So it's not Swiss style. We'll have to see how it shakes out. You just gave some of the.
Oh well, it's
round away.
Oh well.
Did I see that right? Are we like almost done this round?
This round, no. Just you're the only one who's done your battle for round 5.
Oh, I'm the only one that did my battle.
So Ryan, the only undefeated player so far.
But he hasn't faced me yet, so.
That's right. So that'll be a good matchup.
And he is playing. Who's he playing this week? JW. I'm gonna have to slide into JW's DMs and give him some tips on how to beat Ryan.
Go Ryan.
Just looking at his team. Oh, yeah. You're gonna have a hard time with Toxic Croak, Ryan. Good luck with that.
Who's this yellow bastard?
That's me. I'm yellow now. Elite.
Elite mofos.
Number 6 in Canada.
Can
you believe Elite only gets me number 6 in Canada?
Yeah, I can believe that.
Canada's
There's some good battlers,
man.
Yeah.
I am behind here. Let's just quickly go over it. Quickly, I'll tell you. Whoa! Sheesh jumped in front of Jay's fan, but maybe Jay's fan didn't get his weighted tournaments finished yet. I'm not sure. So we have Ashish at 1, Jay's fan 55 at 2, Kevin Solidaras at 3, Dilap Chung at 4, Matthew Brewer at 5, Freaky Bot 9 at 6, and Lyle Jeffs 3 at 7 currently.
That's very good company.
Man, all the people ahead of me are insane. Like Dilap and Ashish are not only insane GBL players, but they're insane Sylph players as
Yeah.
well. They're always up there on the top of the GBL leaderboards. And I think Dialap won GBLA twice last season. So, and that means he's in the top 8. You know about GBLA, right?
I know about it, yeah.
With Speediest Chief is the tournament they run.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see how it goes. But I've only battled Ashish this season, and I've battled him twice, and he's beaten me both times. So he's pretty good.
Yeah.
But he did get swept by Kevin Solidaires once, so anything's possible. And he did lose to Gracie in a practice tournament recently.
Oh,
so
snap.
There's also that.
My biggest win was against I forget who it was, but it was number 6 in the world at the time. That was like last cup of season 3, I think.
Oh, so not this season?
Yeah, it was. I wish I could remember who it was. I keep thinking San Hudigo, but no, I don't think it was them. Stone Collection? No, I think I played them next round and got them. But yeah, it was inside the top 10 in the world, and I managed to get him.
Hopefully, yeah. You just gotta RPS those top players. That's it.
That's the play.
I RPS status Stan, and then he still won. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but like I said, definitely don't switch lock your Walrend when you know there's Blaziken in the back. That's a lesson to all the young kids out there.
Noted. They destroyed you. All right.
It happens.
Do you want to stick around for some GBL, or is it getting late?
I'll watch you do a couple Kanto Cup battles.
All right, I gotta set it up.
I don't have any battles left, but let me just chop in here, see what's going on. So we started another practice. We started a practice tournament in yes, it's a Lyle watching fish stream. We started another practice tournament in BTW Discord tonight. Or it's a one day per round practice for Firefly, just to get ready. So let's see. I changed my team up a little bit. I'm not bringing Vigoroth anymore. I'm only bringing one counter user, and that is a Heracross. So,
okay.
But I do really like Lickitung still. I just felt I was a little too weak to some of the Pokemon that resisted counter.
Okay.
And I felt like some people I saw running 2 counter users, some people running 3 counter users. I don't know. I don't see anything. Maybe it's loading. Okay, it's working here. That's good. Oh, now it's good. Now we're good.
Okay.
We're back.
We're back.
It's quite blurry. It's getting better.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, so we started a practice tournament. Chelsea again with the holy shit spicy team. 6 shadows, and she's bringing a shadow Armaldo.
Ooh.
And a shadow Ursaring.
Respect.
Very interesting.
That's hot.
Astro Zombie with the Parasect. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I wonder what he's trying. Like, does he does realize there's bug steel Pokemon in this meta, and they're quite rampant, right? Does he know that? I know Parasect is a bug grass type.
It's a bug grass.
See. So BTW Dino again with the Shadow Zapdos. That guy loves Shadow Zapdos. I
Is
don't
Dino, you
think
said?
Dino has the Zapdos. Honestly, I don't think Zapdos is a great pick in this meta because there's quite a lot of Frostlass. I did the Simmings recently. Zapdos loses to Vigoroth, and I would assume that it would lose to Drapion as well. And I would also assume that like it loses to all other electric types, basically, right? So
Yeah.
like, Magnezone is decently running around. Honestly, I think Lickitung's probably not that great of a matchup for it. So let's see. He did wreck me with it in the Arboretum Cup, but I don't expect him to be bringing. Also, he's using Skunk Tank. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to talk to him about his team. This is
Have some words.
this is a really scuffed team. Ryan doesn't hear audio. Try turning up your volume.
A bunch of people aren't hearing audio on Twitch for some reason. I don't know, all the levels seem to be fine on my Streamlabs.
Let me maybe refresh Twitch.
Still nothing, really? Why? Maybe if I just gesticulate wildly with my hands.
I think it's working now.
Okay, so I'm just going like that for no reason.
Is it working now? I think it's working now. Give me some feedback. Is Twitch audio working? Try refreshing the stream.
Yeah, they've said they've refreshed a couple of times.
But I haven't seen anyone in the last 10-15 seconds say anything.
That's because they can't hear us saying refresh.
Fuck.
Well, maybe we'll just end it there.
Okay.
All right. We are going
we made it
to
through the
end.
Ultra League part.
Yeah. It sounds like a Twitch problem.
I don't know how to do sign language, but like, give him a little thumbs up. Okay, who are you rating?
Good question. Bringing up Twitch. It's going very slowly. How about LET PvP?
Yeah, sure. LET PvP is good, sure. Yep, perfect. I just sent Dino a message.
Saying, hey, we got to talk.
Yeah, being like, what the fuck is this team? And he was like, relax, man. Oh, Sierra, Puck, that's good. You get a drowsy out of that. Did we raid yet?
I'm not it's ready.
You could get like a shadow, you know, like maybe you get like a shadow hundo, maybe you get like a better rank one for Great League.
Right, let's see if we can finish this before the raid happens. I don't think it's gonna work. We're probably like 30 seconds away from it raiding automatically.
What's going on? You're trying to raid and it's not raiding?
So you know how the raid just happens by itself after a while? You don't have to click the raid now button. You can, but I'm trying to finish this before the raid happens automatically.
Oh, you get the defense full. That's rough. Oh, they have a dark type.
Bite is better here. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're rated.
Perfect.
But on the VOD, whoop, I should be firing that. On the VOD, we will still be live. So I'm going to finish this and then end the stream. Oh, can we get to the wild charge? Da! Da!
Well, you do have a Dragon Pulse.
Yeah.
And you
And
probably
the
have
Garchomp will be
Mudshot
fine.
on the Garchomp, so you're probably okay here. Maybe we should just Shadow Ball this for science? I bet you it lives
could
with
do
Dragon
that.
Pulse.
Oh, yeah, it totally does. All right, Shiny Shadow incoming.
Yeah, let's go. We get a Shiny Shadow for sure. Easy.
Yeah,
Shiny Shadow.
easy claps.
The last rotation, I got screwed on Shiny Shadows. Like, I did so many of those grunts, or the leaders, and I finally got